Picture this. Your child innocently strolling around, lost in play, when out of the blue, the paranormal crashes in. That's precisely what unfolded in this mysterious video. Not much info was given on this video, but it still speaks for itself. A child is walking through a kitchen when suddenly they stop to look at something. What happens next is beyond strange. Take a look. The child suddenly stopped and looked as if they saw someone blocking their path, then started talking to this unseen presence. This worried the mom, Rosie B., who thought it could be a ghost trying to take her daughter's toys. What made it more eerie was the child saying she was talking to a little girl and boy. Rosie wonders if the history of their house could explain this weird event. The video remains a puzzle, just like this next one. It shows a very ill woman in bed, possibly near the end of her life. The twist comes when a friend or family member watching her on a video monitor spots something strange in the footage.
What the f is that? It's like something touching her. What the hell is that?
In the video, there seems to be an arm reaching out towards the woman. It looks like it's trying to comfort her. Some viewers have theorized that this might be the ghost of a loved one who's trying to look after her from the afterlife. While it's a nice thought, it's just a theory. Still, many viewers can't help but wonder if it's true. What's your take? Do you believe it was a ghost visiting the woman? Or is there another way to explain the mysterious arm? Trixie Joy. Vasal, a Filipino influencer, had a positive beginning to her story while she was in the hospital about to give birth. The video on screen was taken by her partner, who found himself alone in a waiting room. To pass the time, he decided to play a game on his cell phone. However, as it turns out, paranormal experiences can occur to anyone, anywhere, at any time.
Sasha, yawa. Koresa. Halak kayo. Naiungo to was what?
He was taken aback by the sight of those feet, which quickly turned into sheer terror upon realizing he was still alone in the room. This baffling experience, happening simultaneously with his son's birth, will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on him. The origin of those feet remains a mystery, a question we may never find the answer to. Often, videos of the paranormal lack context, but they can be the creepiest. This next footage, set inside a mine somewhere in Sheila, features workers from a mining company. As one worker films inside the mine, something highly unusual appears in the footage. Pay close attention, as it's easy to miss at first glance. There's a brief moment in the footage where a small shadowy figure is seen resting against the wall just outside a small crevice. It's only visible for a moment before the camera pans away and then back, revealing nothing there. Many theories abound regarding what this could be, with the most popular being the suggestion that it might be a duende, an elf-like entity with malevolent intentions. However, like most theories, this is not confirmed, just a belief. The true identity of the figure remains unknown, leaving viewers to decide whether something paranormal was indeed captured in the video. What do you think was caught in this footage? The family's focus on capturing their children's cup stacking skills suddenly shifts when an unexplained figure appears in the background of the video. This unexpected intrusion into their seemingly ordinary family moment has left them shaken and searching for an explanation. On the shelf behind the children, a doll creepily takes on a life of its own, mysteriously sitting up without any visible force guiding it. The family, oblivious to the doll's movement behind them, continue on like nothing happened. Upon revisiting the footage, the family's initial delight turned into sheer horror, struggling to comprehend the doll's unexplained movement. The footage was aptly titled, "Possessed Doll Real Ghost Footage." Yet the burning question remains, is this an authentic brush with the supernatural? Deep in Mississippi lies Linden Hill, a building with a spooky reputation built up over years. Known as a center for ghostly activities, Linden Hill has been the scene of many unexplained occurrences. Its history is filled with stories of spectral figures and eerie sounds, drawing the attention of the curious and the courageous alike. One evening, as night fell over this historic mansion, a group gathered inside to start one of the ghost tours the house is known for. These tours attract both doubters and those convinced of the supernatural, all drawn by the tales of Linden Hill's ghosts. Yet, on this occasion, something happened that no one anticipated.
I promised you from these cameras, they actually will take a picture of whatever walks in front of it and send it to your phone. Jim, do you have a phone? Yeah. That was fun.
What was that?
It just opened. Yeah. It was fun.
While everyone was listening closely, the tour was suddenly disrupted as the door behind the guide opened by itself, only stopping when it touched her back. Caught off guard, she turned to see what caused it, but saw nothing before she closed the door again. Was this unexpected event a sign of Linden Hill's spirits revealing themselves? The next video, uploaded in September and removed a few days later, has sparked curiosity. Some think it was taken down because the person in it was deeply upset by the event and didn't want to be reminded of it. The exact reason for its removal isn't clear, but the person who owns the video has put it back up for a short time for those who want to see it. The video is quite eerie. It shows a security guard working overnight in a private building in Colombia when something odd occurs. While patrolling, he appears to be greeted by someone, though it's unclear who or what it is. In the beginning of the video, the guard is seen waving and looking at someone, but as it goes on, nobody is visible. It looks like he's talking to someone who isn't there. While the video is already odd, there's a detail that makes it even more unsettling. The guard claims he was speaking with an elderly woman asking for directions inside the building. However, the video shows no sign of her. Minutes go by with the guard seemingly talking to someone off camera. Then, after a bit, he receives a radio call from a coworker. What he's told next chills him to the bone. Immediately after, the guard tries to use the elevator, thinking it would open right away, but then decides the stairs are a quicker way out. In a rush of fear, he runs out of the building and doesn't look back. It's not clear where he went, but it seems he wanted to get as far from the building as possible. His co-workers are convinced what happened was something supernatural. However, the video leaves us with more questions than answers. Without enough information, we're left wondering, who or what was the guard really talking to? The idea of an invisible force posing a threat to your family's security is terrifying for any parent. There's a unique fear that comes with the unseen, particularly when it appears to be in your own house. This video is from TikTok user Jessie519's baby monitor, which alerts her and records any motion in her son's room. She shared the video on her TikTok, hoping someone could explain what was happening so she could prevent anything worse from occurring. Jessie's baby monitor recorded a frightening event, leaving her desperate for explanations. Her son, in a crib against a wall, is suddenly and mysteriously dragged backwards towards the wall. Jessie is both confused and scared, thinking something paranormal might be happening. She shared the video on TikTok, and it left viewers speechless, making them wonder about the cause of this strange event. What do you think could have moved Jessie's son towards the wall in such a baffling way? The next video comes with very little background info, yet it's quite revealing on its own. The original source of the video is a complete mystery, as nobody knows where it originally came from. It was discovered by someone browsing the internet who then shared it again. The video shows a young child lying at a doorway when suddenly something very puzzling occurs. Viewers suggest that the child was either kicked or pushed by something invisible. Even before this happens, the child appears frightened, as if trying to escape from someone or something in the room. The scarcity of details and the mysterious origin of the video make it difficult to conclude whether it's a paranormal occurrence. For the time being, it stays an unsolved mystery until further information comes to light. The video was shared by a Reddit user named GhostPubes, who said that on a particularly unlucky night, his baby monitor detected motion. In the video, a ghost-like object is seen hovering over the crib, eerily close to the sleeping baby. The most disturbing part occurs when an invisible force appears to grab the child's leg, lifting it and then dropping it back onto the mattress. Interestingly, the path of this orb seems to align exactly with the movement of the child's leg, leading to speculation about its involvement in the event. Twisted Chamber is a YouTube podcast hosted by Natasha and Kat. A few years back, they got a weird video from a friend who still can't figure out what's in it. The video really unsettled them, and they're searching for explanations. The backstory is that the friend was visiting her ill daughter in the hospital late one night when suddenly, something very creepy appeared in the background. They were certain they were alone on that floor. Unsurprisingly, the video is quite creepy. Here's what was captured.
Oh, hello. Very gorgeous.
After a few seconds into the video, a shadowy figure swiftly moves past. Its speed is so fast that it looks very unusual. What's even weirder is that the figure isn't running, but seems to be standing upright while moving faster than any human could. The friend who filmed this is sure it wasn't a nurse or anyone else, convinced they were the only ones on the floor. So, if they were alone, what or who was this figure? There's no definite answer yet, and like many such videos, the truth remains unclear until more evidence emerges. This video was posted on TikTok by Danny Tumia. In the video, Danny talks about creepy experiences involving his young son and what seems like attempts to communicate with the supernatural. According to Danny, they lived in an old basement apartment, and he couldn't shake off the feeling that a ghost was present.
That's Rowan.
Wow. Buddy?
Danny often let his son explore the empty hallways until one day the boy found a mysterious mirror. As Danny's son pointed at himself in the mirror, something eerie occurred. Beside his reflection appeared a child's face, a ghostly image that looked back at Danny, unsettling and inexplicable. This ghostly face bore a striking resemblance to Danny's son, adding a layer of mystery to the experience. But the strangeness didn't stop there. On another occasion, when his son peered into the mirror, a small spectral figure materialized, creating a terrifying moment. The figure showed up in the reflection only to disappear quickly. Upon a closer look, this spectral figure resembled the previously seen face, intensifying the mystery surrounding the mirror. What are your thoughts on this? The following video was shared by Reddit user Apries 72776. It shows a mother filming her children, and at first, it looks like any normal video, but there's more to it than meets the eye.
Mama's new bed. Mama's new bed. Mama's new bed. Mama's new bed. Mama's new bed.
Woo! Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa!
The mother was recording her children playing, and at some point, she moved the camera around. That's when an apparition appears behind a door, slightly closes it, and then vanishes into nothing. The question remains, was this a genuine paranormal entity in the house, or just a clever trick? The video comes from a Reddit user called Nando Purrs, featuring footage from a Zoom class. At first it looks like a normal online class, but then it takes a creepy turn. A pale face appears behind him, peeking out briefly before vanishing.
Tanto el movimiento no existe, relacionado con lo que dice Raúl, el gato de no me suena la tanto el movimiento no existe, relacionado con lo que dice Raúl, el gato de no me suena la.
This pale face, resembling that of a young child, is visible for only a few seconds. What could it be? Was this a real ghost, or just a person? This creepy video, almost 10 years old, was posted on the YouTube channel Anything Whatever. While driving through the remote forest near Provo, Utah, the person who uploaded the video and her friends felt an unexplainable presence hiding in the trees. Trusting their gut, they swiftly turned their car around, aiming to film whatever was out there in case the situation worsened. Here's what they caught on camera in those deep, dark woods.
Right around this corner, I think. Like right here somewhere.
Oh, look, right there. Stop, back up. It was right there, I just saw it.
Gosh.
Watch out, you're like going off the road.
As the car slowly moves through the dark forest, the headlights catch a glimpse of a figure standing between the trees. Exactly as described by Anything Whatever, the figure looks solid, covered in hair, and eerily, it seems to make eye contact with those in the car without running away as they drive past. The video is titled Bigfoot Sighting Near Sundance, Utah, and many YouTube viewers are convinced it's authentic footage of Bigfoot. What's your take? Do you think this is a real sighting of the elusive Bigfoot caught on film? Share your thoughts in the comments. The following ghost video comes from the YouTube channel Ghost23. Idol, the person behind the channel, ventures into the wilds of a Philippine jungle, surrounded by high mountains, with just his camera. He's on a quest for something beyond the ordinary, a waterfall. But this isn't an ordinary waterfall. According to legend, it's guarded by an Encanto, a mythical spirit of nature rumored to live in the thick jungle and have the power to take on human shape. Here's what Idol discovered deep within the jungle. As dusk approaches, Idol catches sight of a slender, humanoid shape standing on a rock by the waterfall. The figure remains still, perhaps observing Idol. He calls out, but gets no response. Then, the figure turns slowly and steps into the foliage, vanishing from view. Idol tries to follow up the slippery hillside, but the figure has disappeared. Viewers of the video think Idol might have actually filmed a ghost. What do you think? Was this a ghost caught on film? And if not, how did it manage to move so swiftly up the steep, rugged slope? Tristan shared a series of videos documenting unusual occurrences in his house, suggesting some supernatural presence. He found his personal belongings rearranged, doors opening and closing without anyone touching them, and even chairs moving on their own. That's why he decided to set up stationary cameras around his home to capture these bizarre events. Did you notice the shadowy figure moving? That sight left Tristan quite shocked, and it seems the activity intensified afterward. Now, these mysterious forces began tampering with the electricity in his house as well. And even unseen forces that were trying to enter closed doors within his house. Here, Tristan appears to have recorded the transparent shadow figure again. Though it's barely visible, it seems to be moving about in another room. One evening, while Tristan was watching TV with his girlfriend and dog, the strange activities frightened everyone involved. It's not certain whether the unusual occurrences are still happening, but clearly, the couple no longer feels secure in their home. Inside the house, one friend is engaged in an online challenge while the other records the antics. Suddenly, they capture something chilling on camera, sending shivers down their spines and leaving them both petrified.
Right, do it again because I'm filming this time. No, go on. Go on, right, yeah. How many you got left?
There's only 2 left, so it's...
Right, well, yeah, just do 2 then.
Yeah, this is, I'm gonna eat some Mentos and then drink, well, it's not Diet Cola, it's Pepsi Max, but there's only 2, so...
It's fizzy, it should work. Working?
No.
You should, go on, give it a bit. Give it a bit. What's it?
No. What? What? What's up?
Dude.
What?
Dude.
What?
Look.
What?
Look. What? Let me out.
Inside the other room, a rattling sound precedes the door swinging open and objects falling inexplicably. With limited information available, it's challenging to ascertain the authenticity of the video, but the genuine reaction of the individuals suggests a real sense of fear. Could this be evidence of paranormal activity, or is there a rational explanation behind the eerie occurrence? The YouTube channel Sabaya El Saya documented eerie encounters with a ghostly presence in her Dutch apartment, which escalated to a point of terror. Despite leaving the haunted flat, Sabaya's encounters persisted, suggesting the haunting might have followed her.
Oh. Dat licht knipperde weer aan en uit in de hal. Oh, in het nieuwe huis. Dat. Oh, ik durf niet. Oh, ik durf niet. Verdorie. Helemaal klaar mee. Oh. Oh. Ik durf echt niet. Donder op, ik ga er niet naartoe.
After enjoying several months of tranquility in her new home, Sabia's peace was shattered by strange and unsettling events, prompting her to record her experiences on her phone. The footage she captured revealed a disturbing encounter as she witnessed rapid movement of a light fixture and the emergence of a shadowy figure in the darkness of her hallway. Sensing an unsettling presence, Sabia wisely refrained from further investigation, convinced that the malevolent force from her previous residence had followed her to her new home. This eerie video originates from the TikTok page DTV, known for its live streams. However, on this particular occasion, the uploader experienced something deeply unsettling. Let's take a look. Do you believe the figure spotted in the live stream was genuinely paranormal, or perhaps someone playing a trick? In the following video, Cello Loca, known for her tarot card readings and fortune-telling activities, decides to conduct a seance during a live stream inside her house, deviating from her usual tarot card readings. While attempting to communicate with the deceased, she sits in front of a mirror and converses with a friend over the phone who's watching the live stream. Suddenly, something creepy occurs.
Es como si me quedara inmovilizada. Mira que se ahora hacen así.
Ahora se abre la puerta.
¿Dónde está la puerta? ¿Se ve la puerta?
Sí.
Ábrete, ábrete. Ábrete puerta. Ábrete puerta. Que se abra la puerta. Que se abra.
¡No! No posible. No posible.
Ay, tu madre, hija de puta. No me toquéis que estoy protegida, ¿eh? No me toquéis que estoy protegida. No vale, ya abro la luz, tía.
Following the inexplicable opening of the door in response to Cello's request during the seance, she finds herself overcome with fear. Despite her apprehension, she gathers her courage to continue with the seance. However, what unfolds next only intensifies her sense of dread.
¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Estás enfadado? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante? Venga, ponte delante del espejo. Te quiero ver. Dios, tu puta madre. Oh, puta, que me caigo.
Hostia, Chelo, cuidado.
With Cello's decision to end the live stream following the unsettling events, speculation among viewers swirls regarding the nature of the entity she may have contacted. While some interpret the incident as a genuine encounter with a sinister entity, others remain skeptical, considering the possibility of the video being staged for views. Ultimately, viewers are left to draw their own conclusions regarding the authenticity of the paranormal activity captured in the video. This video is from a YouTuber channel called Xiaolong Adventure. Hailing from China, this YouTuber specializes in exploring abandoned and haunted locations. He is akin to the typical ghost hunters found on YouTube.
哎我操！哎我！哎我操！哎我操！哎我操！
During his latest exploration, he ventured into an abandoned building on the outskirts of the city and encountered numerous paranormal occurrences during his investigation. Initially, as he entered, objects began falling seemingly of their own accord. One particularly unsettling moment captured on camera shows a shadowy figure standing behind him, distinct from his own shadow and resembling an apparition. However, the question remains, was this a genuine encounter with a ghost in the abandoned building, or was it a meticulously staged hoax? This video is from Chubby Gooby. She talks about moving to a new place with her husband and their cats. Soon after, weird stuff began happening, and that's when Chubby decided to start recording a video diary.
I'm not really sure what to do about this. Just watch and let me know what you think at the end. My cat never comes up to me like this unless she wants food, so that might have been what it was, but she was acting particularly weird.
She says her cats began behaving oddly.
Our cat just walked away from me, and I felt like she knew it was coming.
Things began to get worse when they noticed more activity in the house. One night, loud sounds from the basement woke them up.
I don't have any explanation for it. Like I said last time, I record everything. You don't record it, you don't...
Can you explain that?
That's why I'm tired.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the 50th freaking night in a row. Things happened.
I think you're exaggerating. Look, it's a basement.
The two believe that something evil is lingering in their home.
I was fully asleep at this point, and I was trying to wake up. We were both half asleep at this point, and I don't really remember what happened exactly. I just heard a sound. It wasn't until we watched the video.
If none of this was faked, maybe they are right. This video is from the TikTok user El Franco Andreas, whose feed showcases bizarre and peculiar phenomena occurring at their residence. According to them, their apartment is purportedly haunted.
Ah, concha. ¡Ey! ¡Ey! Ah, no, güey. Ah, concha tu madre. Hay ruido en el primer piso. Está...
The occurrences depicted in this clip are undeniably creepy. Initially, we hear unsettling noises resembling footsteps, creating the impression that someone is traversing the house. Subsequently, doors autonomously close, with a rhythm and pattern that appear deliberate. Moreover, a spectral figure, a girl in a white dress with disheveled hair, is distinctly visible, peering behind a door with a haunting gaze. It suggests the presence of a ghostly entity, possibly that of a young woman. The question arises whether these events are the work of a poltergeist or merely a prank. The answer remains uncertain, leaving room for speculation. What are your thoughts on the matter? This video was uploaded by Armando Caesar, who states that he has no information about its original source. However, after some research, he managed to gather some details. According to Armando, the woman in the video is a long-time house cleaner for an extremely old house. She typically cleans the place at night, and almost every night, she claims to hear voices and footsteps from the floor above, despite being alone in the house. One night, the woman's friends dared her to clean the house with the lights off and to record whatever occurred. Initially hesitant, she accepted the challenge, hoping to prove to her friends that she's not imagining things and that the house is genuinely haunted. However, she soon realizes that this decision may have been a grave mistake. Late at night, with the lights off, the woman is alone in the house. This is what was captured on camera.
Have I to really cope there? Oh! Jack! What? God! You can't scare me, you bastard, I'm coming. For Alan. To prove that it is top at banister. Hello, Pauline, I'm shitting myself. Sounds like there's something in that bedroom. I'm up to top of the stairs. Oh, I can hear a noise in the background, but it's in that cupboard, and it is the airing cupboard. So that's where the boiler is, and it sounds like it's just, someone's just come up the back of me. F***ing door! Bollocks! Now I want to go back down now. Right, I've just shut door. I've just shut door. Bed, I'm going to sit on the fuck. I daren't move. Do you know if I weren't shitting me sen? I want to go down.
Typically, encountering something like this would prompt anyone to flee the house immediately. However, the cleaning lady appeared to be feeling brave that night. Yet, what occurs next before she heads downstairs shocks her completely. This is what she captured.
Will you open the door for me, please? I have just seen something. I have just seen something. Right, that's it. I'm off down. I can't take no more. I am off frigging down.
A loud bang emanates from one of the rooms, prompting the woman to point her camera in that direction. In the split second that follows, she captures something near the door. Although it happens quickly, upon closer examination, one can discern what appears to be a pale figure peeking at her from behind the door. Strangely, it seems to have been there even before she aimed the camera in its direction. At this point, the woman decides she's seen enough and calls it a night. With all the events captured in this video, one can't help but wonder if something truly paranormal occurred. If so, then the dare she accepted proved to be successful. However, since there isn't much information provided about the video to verify its authenticity, it's left to the viewer to draw their own conclusions. As is often the case with videos of this nature, the events of that night remain shrouded in mystery. Allie, a lifelong resident of the Appalachian Mountains, recounts her experiences with unexplainable events. While on a routine drive with her friend, their vehicle unexpectedly stalls, leading them into a chilling encounter with the unknown.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
My door is locked. Oh my god. I can't even get out. Can I unlock it?
There we go.
Okay, hold on.
You figure it out.
I want to know why
Press the button back. Right there. Right there. On the door handle, like above the door handle. Above the door handle. You see it? Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
What now? I guess we'll have to walk to the store.
Hey.
What do we do?
What's that?
I don't know. Did you hear that?
Yeah, we better get back in the car.
Yeah, we better. That was locked.
Why is the car?
Oh my god.
Okay. Did it lock?
No.
What's the deal with this car? I don't understand.
You'll have to unlock it for me.
Something weird has happened with this car.
What's going on?
I don't know. Let's see if it starts. It started.
Waiting for connection. Bluetooth connection success.
What was that?
Ashley, I do not like this.
Oh my god.
Let's get out of here. Go. Does it run? Is it working?
Yes, it is. It's working. Thank God.
Their vehicle suddenly stops in the remote wilderness, and a strange voice breaks the silence, calling Allie and her friend into uncertainty. Soon after they exit the car, an eerie knocking sound on the window adds to the tension. Some viewers doubt the authenticity of the footage, suggesting Allie's calmness comes from knowing the area well, while others question her sincerity. Despite differing opinions, the mysterious encounter sparks curiosity about the truth behind the strange events caught on camera. This video is from the Japanese ghost channel Fourth Wall. The team received a recording from someone named Meguro, who claims his house is haunted after adopting a stray cat left by the previous owners. Meguro later gave the cat to his friends, the Kimuras. After experiencing terrifying incidents in their house, the Kimuras decided to move. The house had a dark history dating back 20 years, with rumors of a previous resident possibly being possessed. Allegedly, a man died near a door in the house. To capture what was haunting his friends, Meguro set up cameras to film the unsettling events. He placed one camera in the living room and another near the door where the person had passed away 20 years ago. The footage captures events from the first night. A static night vision camera captures a sheet of paper mysteriously sliding off a cabinet on its own. Shortly after, Mr. and Mrs. Kimura moved out, leaving the house empty. Nevertheless, Meguro continued to film inside the property. Several nights later, while the house was vacant, the static night vision camera captures something incredibly eerie. Recorded in the dead of night within the now empty property, a door in the empty house unexpectedly opens softly on its own. Subsequently, a pale white figure materializes, standing in the doorway and facing the camera. Stunned by this sight, Meguro decides to review all the footage, beginning from when the Kimuras resided in the house. As he sifts through hours of footage, he stumbles upon something so chilling that it sends shivers down his spine. Caught on camera in the dead of night, we witness Mr. Kimura entering the living room, where he inexplicably remains motionless for approximately 2 minutes. Strangely, he then kneels beside the door, the same door where the previous resident passed away 2 decades prior. As one of the family's cats enters, it curiously ignores Mr. Kimura, almost as if he isn't really there. Eventually, he stands up and exits the room. YouTube viewers were shocked by this unsettling footage captured by Meguro inside the Kimura's house, with many suggesting it's haunted by the spirit of the person who died there 20 years ago, just as the Kimura suspected. Some believe the mysterious pale figure represents a sinister entity that possessed Mr. Kimura, as depicted in the footage. Many feel fortunate that the Kimuras left before Mr. Kimura met the same fate as the previous resident. What are your thoughts? Did Meguro capture evidence of a haunting on camera? The video is from Kuroiro channel, featuring Shiru venturing into a situation filled with heightened tension, following an invitation by Mr. H, who owns a house known for its grim history. Shiru agreed to stay overnight at Mr. H's place if the initial surveillance passed without any trouble. However, the following night, with Mr. H present, turned out to be far more disturbing, as Shiru experienced several terrifying incidents.
うわ、これ怖いわ。これ息できますね。え、鳥がある。知ってました？あ、でも綺麗ですね。あ、スピットボックスだけやってみていいですか？あ、大丈夫です。誰かいらっしゃいますかね、ここに。ここで亡くなった方とかおられますか？もしいらっしゃいましたら、一言何かこの電波に。お、男？今男でしたよね。 なんで男なんだろう。ここで、もし殺害された女性の方とかいらっしゃいましたら、一言何かいただけませんでしょうか。いや、ちょっと家の周りとかね、映せないけど、ここ、マジで。家の周り、住宅街めっちゃ静かなんだよね。あれ、人立ってる？てか、ここマジうるさいな。人の声に聞こえてマジで。待って、何あれ？人か。なんだろう。あれはなんかあった？こんばんは。何今の人。家の前立ってたよな。そっちじゃないよね。さんなんですか？
In a disturbing moment, Mr. H appeared to be suffocating, but what was equally unsettling was the sight of something resembling a hand reaching towards the doorway. On the third morning, Mr. H told Shiru about another haunted location nearby with a dark history. While trying to communicate using a spirit box, Shiru and Mr. H failed to notice a shadowy figure lurking behind a tree. When they shone their flashlights towards it, the figure had vanished. This chilling encounter left Shiru so unnerved that he persuaded the owner to agree to a solitary vigil. The atmosphere grew even more tense after a spooky incident occurred just before this vigil was to start. Shiru, having gone out to a local food shop, missed an unexpected visitor at the apartment. On his return, he passed by a silent figure and went to bed, disturbed by the encounter. As another night approached, Shiru had a final discussion with the owner. During the night, Shiru was startled by a visitor at the door, seen only as a shadow through the window. But upon opening the door, he found the hallway empty, haunted by the mystery of the visitor's identity. Was this a spectral presence linked to the apartment's past, or the return of the earlier visitor? Despite their best efforts, they could not capture these elusive presences on camera. In this next video, there's minimal information provided, but even without it, the footage remains quite creepy. Shot late at night in Chile, a man records something that unfolds right in front of him while he's lying in bed. Let's take a look at his video.
Sale con...
At 3 in the morning, the door opens a few inches after the man instructs it to do so, almost immediately responding, as if whatever was behind the door was listening intently. Upon entering, the man finds no one inside, leaving him shaken to the core as he realizes something paranormal may have occurred. The man, along with most viewers, believes this to be the case, but ultimately it's up to you to judge whether the door opening on its own was indeed something paranormal, or if there's another explanation. This next creepy video was captured on a CCTV camera and depicts a store employee taking a break when something terrifying occurs. Out of nowhere, a dark shadow materializes behind the employee and forcefully pushes him from behind before vanishing without a trace. This peculiar clip, which has gained traction on Spanish social media, has sparked a heated debate. Some viewers interpret it as a shadow figure trying to torment its victim, while others argue it's merely CGI. What's your take on it? The next video is from Ryan Godoy, who heard strange noises emanating from the stall next to his while using a public restroom. Puzzled as to who or what could be making the sounds, he decides to record the unusual event on his phone. He was certain that nobody else was in the restroom, so it was baffling to suddenly hear activity in the neighboring stall. He starts recording and ends up capturing something quite terrifying. Take a look. Without warning, the stall door slams shut on its own, prompting Ryan to flee the restroom in fear. He worries that whatever caused the door to slam might pose a serious threat. Unfortunately, the video lacks sufficient information to ascertain its authenticity, but the sudden movement of the door closing is undeniably unsettling. As always, what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe it was a ghost or something else entirely? This video was recorded by 2 contractors who were hired to work at the mentioned apartment building. As they were getting ready for their task, one of them captured something quite odd on camera. No one has been able to provide an explanation for what this thing might be or what its significance could be. Could it be a spirit, a demon, or perhaps something else entirely? This creepy video is from the well-known YouTube exploration channel Field Days. In this episode, Matt embarks on a solo camping expedition in a haunted cave deep in the Australian outback. With only his backpack and camera, Matt is dropped off in the wilderness and begins his trek toward the cave.
I've just been dropped off on the side of the road, which is probably about 2 k's that way. We are steaming our way through this dry bushland in search of this haunted cave. All right, so the whole entire reason why we're doing this mission today, one of my real good mates who lives just up here, he said to me, he went to visit this cave, he walked into the cave, he reckons that there's a man-made ladder which you can climb down, and as he was climbing down the cave, he had this super uneasy feeling, like he reckons it was like nothing he's ever felt before. Like he was felt like he was like being watched. He had like cold shivers over his body, and he reckons he's like, this is like a pretty manly dude, and he reckons he was like fully wigging out. Like he sort of went into the cave a little bit, and he just had that feeling of like he was being watched, or there was something going on in the cave. So he reckons he hightailed it out of there, and he told me about it, and he said to me, you will not go and sleep in that cave. And I was like, yes, I will. So here we are. We're in the middle of the bush. We are steaming towards the cave right now, and once we find the cave, we're going to crawl inside. We are going to sleep there for the whole entire night.
Matt appears cheerful as he approaches the cave, but his demeanor changes once inside as he begins to experience the creepiness his friend mentioned. The deeper he ventures, the more unsettling it becomes. As night falls around 8:30, Matt starts hearing strange noises and senses an eerie sensation of being watched.
It is 11:14 at night. We're nearly at midnight. One crazy thing is, it's a full moon tonight as well, so all of the weird things are in our favour. I did have a spoon for my baked beans, but the spoon is gone, so we're just going to drink it out of the can. It's still going to be delicious as always. That is beautiful. Baked beans in a haunted cave. Oh my God. That was the sound. That is the sound. Did you hear that? Look at my arms. I got full goosebumps.
As Matt discusses his experiences, the creepy noise he's been hearing is captured on camera for the first time. Understandably, he begins to panic in response to the unsettling sound.
The chain's moving when I climb down the ladder. It's a big, heavy, thick chain. Wind can't move that. I really hope you guys heard that chain move just then. It is 100% now. I heard it before. I'm 100% certain it's the chain that I walked in, that you climbed down into this cave on. It's moving. Now, you can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even forecast. Holy shit. Oh my fucking God. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked. Holy shit. That's not normal, dude. Well, I'm freaking out.
Matt realizes the creepy sound he's been hearing is caused by the chain ladder he used to descend into the cave. Freaked out, he investigates, but finds no one there. The next morning, as Matt climbs out of the cave, he captures something unusual.
In the cave, dehydration levels are extremely high. Oh, breathing that air, it's beautiful. Look at this. There it is. There's the cave we just spent the night in.
Did you catch it? It's so quick that if you blink, you might miss it. As Matt exits the cave, something with glowing eyes briefly peeks out from the entrance. The unsettling part is that Matt spent the entire night alone in that dark cave with whatever this entity is. Viewers were riveted as Matt solo camped inside the haunted cave, and many, like user Lucky20290, noted, "You know it's serious when someone who lives in Australia is scared." What's your opinion on this video? Do you think Matt encountered something paranormal? Frank the Caver is known for exploring abandoned mines in unconventional locations. His fame stems from a ghostly encounter in the Horton mine. It began with his exploration of an old ore mine where unexpected ghostly activity unfolded.
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there. Don't know if you can see that in the video or not. Yeah, this mine definitely has a very spooky vibe to it. So I'm going to head back out and check out the other stuff that's here. This is just too wet and too muddy. And obviously something is making the chains swing. So
The sight of chains moving on their own unsettled Frank, prompting him to delve deeper into the mysteries of the cave. Returning several weeks later, he embarked on another tour through the abandoned cavern, where he captured even more inexplicable phenomena.
There's the ore pass with all the cascading water, and what the f is that?
After analyzing the footage, no one could provide an explanation for what occurred that day. Frank maintains he never falsified anything, and even experts believe the material was untampered with. However, this wasn't the only instance where Frank captured terrifying sounds. On another evening, he investigated an abandoned mine in Nevada, where many believe he encountered ghostly voices from beyond the grave.
Almost a foot in diameter, the big cross timber, so they had to put big ones in here to hold up all of this rock. You can see right here where some of these boards are bending. Do you hear that? Sounds like, what, is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but...
Even more impressive is what he could come up with in the Black Widow mine.
What do you suppose that was? A water tank or something? Okay. I came across this noose here in the intersection in the mine. Tunnel going that way and that way. And then here's the noose tied to a beam way up there.
In this footage, we catch a glimpse of an unidentified creature, person, or entity observing Frank. The incident remains unexplained, but his fans are convinced that something was lurking around the brave explorer, disappearing into the darkness of the cave tunnels. This video was shared on TikTok by a user named Alberto Sandoval. Over a period of time, Alberto has been encountering paranormal phenomena in his house, particularly in the small room housing his tattoo shop. One day, while relaxing in the living room, he and his wife witnessed a chair inexplicably begin to spin, followed by several objects falling without any apparent cause. Despite Alberto's experiences, his wife remained skeptical and distressed by the persistent paranormal activity.
La neta, ya soy bien culo, la neta. Ya ni quisiera... ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Hay alguien ahí? No mames, no mames. ¿Ya viste, hija? ¿Ya viste, hija? ¿Hay alguien ahí? Espérate, hija. ¡Ey! ¡Ay, cabrón! Lupita, hasta para allá, Lupita.
Pues tú hazte para acá, ¿entiendes?
Pues no hay alguien aquí, hija. ¡Ay, cabrón!
Entiende, que ya te hagas para acá.
Yo creo que sí lo voy a meter. Cerrar con seguro. Las llaves. Miren, en la casa. Puta madre. No.
Absolutamente nadie. No hay nadie. Wow. Yo por eso no lo quería hacer. No, juro por Dios que se estaba moviendo la perilla. Wow. No mames, no mames, no mames. Ay, güey. Los chuchos. Ah, Dios mío. Voy a buscar las llaves. No mames, me la jalaron, me la jalaron, me la jalaron. ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? Voy a entrar. Ay, güey. Mames. Voy a entrar, voy a entrar. Aquí no hay nadie. Voy a poner la de esta para que vean que no hay nadie. Sí es cierto lo del cuadro de la monja. No me había fijado yo en este. No se ve nadie. Esperen. Está viendo la tele, mi perrita se puso incómoda porque están tocando la puerta, pero no sé si oyen. Pero la neta no hay nadie.
The second video depicts the door of Alberto's tattoo studio abruptly slamming shut on its own, startling him upon opening it. Despite investigating, he finds no one present, and similar occurrences have transpired with other doors on multiple occasions. Furthermore, in another video, Alberto hears knocking at the front door, yet upon opening it, discovers nobody there. The nature of what is troubling this family remains uncertain, whether it be a business rival or a genuine poltergeist. The upcoming footage was intended to capture a serene sunset amidst nature. However, everything took a startling turn when something inexplicable was spotted in the distance, hidden among the foliage.
Do you see that? Do you see that? I'm afraid. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bailey, you see that?
Despite the distance, the presence appears remarkably tall, towering between 4 to 5 meters. What's particularly striking are its arms, which, when stretched, resemble those of a colossal gorilla. Do you have any theories on what this creature could possibly be? The video comes from an anonymous source who prefers not to reveal their identity.
It's big. That's just fucking ugly too.
In this video, a man is walking his dog at night when something startling occurs. He notices a large, eerie creature with glowing eyes observing his dog from the woods. The massive and mysterious creature instills fear in the witness. The question arises, Was it a genuine sighting of Bigfoot, or was it merely a prank aimed at frightening viewers? Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. Living in the Appalachian Mountains of Tennessee, USA, Dustin is surrounded by a landscape formed over 480 million years ago. This old mountain range has inspired many tales of supernatural beings. One night, Dustin hears strange noises outside his window, prompting him to go and see what's causing them.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning again, and I kept hearing there's a security light right over here, and it just was on and then it went off. Oh, it just came on again.
After initially finding nothing during his investigation, Dustin becomes increasingly curious when the unsettling sounds return a few nights later. In the Appalachian Mountains, locals often advise to ignore unusual sights or sounds, but Dustin chooses to investigate further. This decision leads to a series of increasingly intense events. One night, while heading to the kitchen for a snack, Dustin's routine is interrupted by a foreboding disturbance. Acting on instinct, he grabs his recording device to document what unfolds.
I was just trying to get me some trail mix, and
The recording captures a haunting moment when a voice, strikingly similar to Dustin's own, begs for entry. Viewers notice this as a mimicry, advising against opening the door until daylight for safety. Despite the caution, the following night brings a worsening of the eerie events.
there's something on the roof.
The disturbing events persist as the recording captures the ominous sound of something moving across the roof. Each night, the disturbances grow in intensity, heightening the sense of unease.
Everybody last time got fucking pissed at me. Open the door. Because I opened the door, so I'm not going to do that this time, but it's back.
Help me.
Despite hoping to escape the unsettling events at home, Dustin's attempt to find peace at the local marina with a friend proves unsuccessful. He quickly realizes that simply being away from home doesn't offer the relief he had hoped for, as the troubling events continue to unfold regardless of his location.
Okay, so here we go. Here's some water. Did you hear that? Like, here's some more. I know, she kind of look rickety. Whoa. She very rickety. But So apparently some people, they live out here, and then other people, they just like rent it for the seasons. And I don't know, I feel like I couldn't live on the water. Oh. Yeah, I hate that. Anyways, I tripped. But I thought I heard something, but yeah, we should probably head on because it's like starting to rain and stuff, but I thought I heard like footsteps or something. We gotta go. We gotta go. Go. Oh my God.
While Dustin and his friend explore the marina, they are unsettled by a disembodied voice urging Dustin to jump into the water as they near the edge. As they continue, the camera captures a disturbing figure lurking in the background, even though Dustin's friend is clearly visible in front of him, ruling out the possibility of it being his companion. A sense of dread overtakes them as they are confronted by a terrifying sound, prompting them to quickly retreat home for safety. However, the night brings no relief as Dustin is startled awake by a horrifying presence. Attempting to escape the haunting events, Dustin seeks comfort at his parents' home, only to be confronted by the same unsettling noises that plagued his own residence. The pervasive feeling of unease suggests that the malevolent presence is following him. Determined to confront the mysterious force, Dustin decides to bolster security by installing cameras to capture evidence of the inexplicable phenomena. Soon after, one of the cameras records something truly terrifying.
So I just got home from work, and I found this on the ground. And I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it is busted.
The footage reveals a troubling sequence. Dustin's dog suddenly flees just before eerie voices and unsettling sounds fill the air, suggesting the animal's acute awareness of impending danger. Later, upon returning home from work, Dustin discovers his security camera destroyed, a bold act of defiance by the malevolent force haunting him. The relentless onslaught of paranormal activity pushes Dustin to his breaking point, depriving him of any chance for peaceful respite and plunging him into emotional turmoil. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.